I'm always trying to encourage people to visit Glasgow, especially if they're visiting Edinburgh. So I'm outside Haymarket station in central Edinburgh, but you can also get the trains to Glasgow from Edinburgh Waverley, which is just another 10 minutes further on into the city centre. So I'll show you how to use the ticket machines and basically just what the stations look like. And it takes about 50 minutes on the train from Edinburgh to Glasgow, so hopefully I can encourage you to visit.
My way from misery to happiness today. I'm on my way from misery to happiness today. I'm on my way to what I want from this world. And years from now, you'll make it to the next world. And everything that you receive up yonder is what you gave to me today. I wonder. I took a right turning yesterday. Yeah, I took a right turning yesterday. I took the road that brought me to your hometown. I took the bus to streets that I could walk down. I walked the streets to find the one I looked for. I climbed the stair that led me to your front door. And now that I don't want for anything, I'd have all jokes and saying I'm sitting on top of the world. I'll do my best to do the best I can. Yeah, I'll do my best.
So a big warm welcome to Glasgow, and the sun is shining, which is lovely. Glasgow's Gaelic name means Green Glen, and it really does have a lot of beautiful parks and gardens to enjoy, including Kelvin Grove Park. The city developed with St Kentigern, often known as St Mungo, who founded a religious community on the site where Glasgow Cathedral is now built in the 12th century. During the 18th century, the city built fortunes on importing tobacco, sugar and rum from America, and you can see the enormous wealth that was generated in the many beautiful and ornate buildings. Just look up as you're walking round. The next great period of prosperity was during the Industrial Revolution, when shipbuilding employed thousands of people right across the city. This declined after the First World War, and the city went into serious decline. Better days in recovery came when the city started to invest in its arts and culture, which have brought it much economic recovery and investment. Today it's renowned for its great universities, including Glasgow University, which is the fourth oldest in the UK and founded all the way back in 1451. Glasgow has so much to offer, and coming up are some of my must-see places which I hope will inspire you to visit.
What I want from this world, and years from now, you'll make it to the next world.
So my first stop on my tour of Glasgow is the famous Duke of Wellington statue, which you can see behind me. It's famous for its red cone, which the locals keep putting on no matter how many times the council takes it off. I think it just is a great testament to the Glaswegian humour. The Duke of Wellington statue is actually designed by a chap called Baron Marocchetti, and it's just outside the Gallery of Modern Art, which I'll just show you in a moment. So behind me you can see the Gallery of Modern Art, which was originally built by a very wealthy tobacco merchant. It was actually converted into the Gallery of Modern Art in just 1996, and it's really worth visiting. It's got a beautiful interior, a beautiful staircase, and just really incredibly interesting modern art. There's also a really good cafe and a bookshop which you can have a wee look through, and it's definitely one place in Glasgow that I definitely recommend coming to.
Walking
So we're now in lovely George Square, which was built in 1781 and is Glasgow's civic square. It was named after George III and it's full of statues of notable Scots that's well worth having a look at, including Prince Albert and Queen Victoria. And this big column you can see behind me is dedicated to Walter Scott. Right next to it is also the City Chambers, which I'm going to show you next, which I really recommend seeing if you can get a tour of. So I'm just outside the wonderful Glasgow City Chambers, which was built in 1888. And it's built in the Italian Renaissance style, and I think you'll be incredibly surprised when you go inside how beautiful it is. It's got a Victorian splendour that has to be seen to be believed, and there are also tours actually during the week if you can catch them. It's a real highlight which is often missed, and I really recommend it. One of the many things I absolutely love about Glasgow is all the incredible street art, which you'll find quite often on the end of gable walls. It's something we really don't have in Edinburgh, which is such a shame. As soon as something appears in Edinburgh, it's immediately spray washed off by the council. But as you walk around Glasgow, do look out for them because they really are fantastic. Here's another one which I'll show you, which is probably one of my favourites, of a mother and her infant with a gorgeous little robin. It's really beautiful. One of the top places that most people want to visit when they're in Glasgow is the magnificent Glasgow Cathedral. It was founded in 1136 on the site of St Mungo's Church, and the interior is really rather fabulous. Give yourself at least half an hour to get round it all. There's so much to see. Also have a little walk around the graveyard. I'll show you some of the graves that I think are really fascinating. So one of my must-see places in Glasgow is definitely here at the Glasgow Necropolis. This is a grand Victorian cemetery which was opened in 1832. It's interesting because it's multi-denominational, and the first person to buried here was a jeweller called Joseph Levi, who was buried here in 1832. Now it's very easy to get here. It's right next to Glasgow Cathedral and offers amazing views of not only the city but the cathedral. There are gravestones here which were actually designed by Charles Rennie Mackintosh and Alexander Greek Thomson. So have a look round, go up to the top for incredible views and admire the incredible, spectacular mausoleums as you go around. It's amazing. So another absolutely must-see when you're in Glasgow is the beautiful Kelvin Grove Art Gallery and Museum, which you can see behind me. I'm sorry for any of the road noise. I've had to take shelter for the Scottish rain which had descended. The gallery itself was actually built from the profits of a great exhibition in 1888. And today it's absolutely, as I say, one of the must-sees when you come to Glasgow. It's probably one of the finest museums and art galleries in Europe, and you'll probably spend hours here admiring all the exhibitions, paintings, you name it, there's everything here. There's a good wee cafe and a good wee shop, so you can have a wee bite to eat and a coffee afterwards too.
I was perched outside in the pouring rain, trying to make myself a sail, that I'll float to you, my darling, with the evening on my tail. Although not the most honest means of travel, it gets me there nonetheless. I'm a heartless man at worst, babe, and a helpless one at best. Darling, I'll bathe your skin, I'll even wash your clothes. Just give me some candy before I go. Oh, darling, I'll kiss your eyes and lay you down on your rug. Just give me some candy after my hug. But the hurt plays out all the same, and although I'm left defeated, it gets held against my name. I know you got plenty to offer, baby, but I guess I've taken quite enough. Well, I'm some stain.
So I'm now standing in the beautiful courtyard of Glasgow University, and the rain is pouring down, but I'm going to push on through. I think this is probably one of the main places you should visit when you're here in Glasgow. The cloisters are absolutely beautiful, and there's also the Hunterian Gallery and Museum, which is definitely worth seeing while you're here too. The university is actually one of the oldest in the UK. I think it's the fourth oldest, and was founded in 1451. So some of its famous graduates are the scientist Lord Kelvin and the inventor of the television John Logie Baird. The economist Adam Smith also attended this university too, so please do put this on your itinerary when you're visiting.
I know that the writing's on the wall, but darling, I'll bathe your skin, I'll even wash your clothes. Just give me some candy before I go. Oh darling, I'll kiss your eyes and lay you down on your rug. Just give me some candy after my hug. Oh, and I'll be there waiting for you. You know that I'll be there waiting for you. Oh, I'll be there waiting for you. Oh, I'll be there waiting for you. Oh, I'll be there waiting for you. I'll be there waiting for you.
Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you've enjoyed seeing all the places on my private Glasgow tour. If you'd like to book a tour with me, please go onto my website www.adventuresinscotland.uk. I'll leave a link in the description. You can book online there, and it'd be so lovely to meet you and welcome you to Scotland and Glasgow and show you all these wonderful places here. I'll be back soon with another video around Scotland, so please subscribe and give it a like if this has been of value to you. Thanks, bye-bye.